At the end of the day, I'm doing what feels right for me and chasing down my dream. So this right here is me. My name is Travis Ridgen, and I'm a professional hockey player playing in the FPHL for the Motor City Rockers. You may have heard of this league before called the Fed, or as we call it here in Motor City, the Fed Zeno. Now, a question I ask myself a lot before signing the Fed, and a question I get regularly is, how do you survive off a salary of $125 a week from the team? Now, that $125 is weekly, and it's about 600 Canadian a month since I was born in Canada. I do identify as Swedish, but I still pay for my life with Monopoly money. I mean, Canadian money. And in this video, I want to explain how my teammates and I survive making a living here in the Fed. Let's begin.
We got the best fans here in Motor City in the league. Check this out. Take a look right there. See that? My broken hyperlight stick. So in Motor City, we do like fan meetups at the end of every home game. So the fans come down from the concourse to come hang out with us, and we just kind of chit chat. Some kid, I guess, was given my broken hyperlight stick because at the end of all home games, we give away our broken sticks, and I forgot to take my hyperlight stick out of the pile. So whoever has my broken hyperlight stick, I need that back. So if you're watching this video and you have my broken hyperlight stick, I need it back. Please.
Now, how about the living situation? Well, currently I've been living here at goalie coach Bill's guest house since I got here in September. How much is rent? It's free because the team covers all that, but he recently sold a place, so today I gotta get out, which means I gotta move to a new place. Now, this here is one of the 2 team houses that we have. So this one has 4 beds, but because it's full, I currently don't have a room, so I'm sleeping on this air mattress tonight, which within about 2 hours went completely flat, and I woke up sideways on the floor. After that, I moved to the couch, which basically means that this couch is my new bed for the time being.
First morning together.
And let me get
2 Trenta ice water cups.
2 Trenta ice water cups.
Now, for myself personally, obviously I do these vlogs and my weekly podcast as well, and that's what I've been doing for extra money for years now. But on top of that, about a year ago, I started advertising for companies on my gear. So right here, I'm putting on some brand new Sheath underwear logos on my gear. Reason being is I figured I have to pay for my own gear here in the Fed. So why pay a company to do their marketing when instead I can just make a few bucks trying to advertise for a company that wants to support me? And also, no, I haven't had any pushback yet from Motor City or the league on doing my own sponsorships on my gear. Also, if you do want some Sheath underwear, you can pick some up with the code TRAVSUCKS for 20% off and support your boy because it's the best underwear money can buy. And my contract is up December 31st.
But if your hand is bigger than your face, you have cancer.
Now, that's just my situation here as the backup goalie here in Motor City. Now, what do the other guys do? Well, so the league salary will range from $125 a week, which is what I get, all the way up to $250 a week. But I do know some guys make more than $250, some guys make less than $125 because the salary cap is $4,000 a week for the entire roster. Now, it is worth mentioning all living expenses are covered, so we don't pay for rent, utilities, but sometimes we pay for groceries, sometimes the team will buy us groceries. We also do get food usually after every home game. And on top of that, so the team covers about 90% of the food whenever we travel on the road, so they buy lunch, pre-game meals, post-game meals, and we usually get about $10 per day per diem to buy any extra food that we want when we get hungry. We also have this deal with the local diner in town that gives us 10% off every time we come whenever we're in town.
Barbecue looks even better. There's Everett with his beautiful girlfriend Sarah. She's verified on Twitter. Let's go.
Mac and cheese,
Okay.
baked beans.
Yes.
The guest pulled pork.
Yep.
2 different buns.
Nailed it.
2 different buns. 3 different sauces. Some coleslaw. And birthday cake.
Oh, we like dessert around here.
Yeah, and cookies.
We're eating good tonight.
Now, keep in mind, we do not, I repeat, we do not pay to play here. This is a professional league in the Fed. It is a legit pro league, so we do not pay. At the same time, we do not get any free gear, but we do get free sticks. So the Fed is a Warrior League, so we all get Warrior sticks. And at the beginning of the year, our team got some V2E sticks for me. And I guess I've been on good behavior lately, so they ended up getting me a new round of V2 Pro model sticks, which is a big upgrade. So I personally have a pretty unique stick setup and feel that I try to achieve whenever I play, so I've just stuck with my custom Bauer Hyperlights and my stock mock sticks all season, but I'll probably burn through the team-issued Warrior sticks over the summer. And also here's a clip of Babs cutting down some sticks for himself, and I'm helping him by sitting on them. Also, this right here is Roman. Him and my boy Big Sexy went on a teammates run this morning, and they were nice to give me a dirty double-double, which is much appreciated, fellas.
People are gonna be chirping my punches, but guess what? You don't want one of these to the face.
So the Fed Zeno, everybody makes $125 a week. Some guys make more, some guys make less. I make $125, but for extra money on the side, we all have to do something. So I make these videos and I do a podcast. Big Sexy collects cans, takes them in for recycling. Check this out.
See, boys, this is what I'm talking about. Lucrative business. This is pretty much, I found it. I finally found it. The honey hole. This is the retirement Freedom 35 plan. Here it is, boys. Look at the back of this car. Just go look at it right now. Screenshot that. Show it to your friends. I know you're jealous. Most of you guys, you know, it's way better than having a job. I'm doing this on my own time. This is entrepreneurship. This is the way to live.
That's Ken collecting right there, Big Sexy. So Big Sexy's car, he's got a battery problem. Never turns the car off, so he'll come to practice, he'll come to the games, and he just leaves the car running.
Never turn it off.
All game. After practice, he just takes his skates off full gear, just hops in the car and quick getaway. Like, he never turns the thing off.
And believe it or not, we do cut our own hair because haircuts are pretty expensive here in Motor City. Now, we do practice every day from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., so most guys here don't have time for a full-time job, but we do have active players, and 3 of them that I'm aware of that do have full-time jobs on top of playing here. So I don't know how they do it, but for the most part, I would say 90% of the guys in the league, this is their full-time thing, and they either work full-time in the summer to put aside some extra money and live out those savings during the season, or they have their parents spot them a few bucks because, being realistic, nobody's getting rich off the Fed or retiring early. It's just because we simply love the game. Stuff like this. Pro hockey is ruthless. You have to really love the game, and I'll tell you why. Our bus trips, we leave at midnight. We get there around 10 a.m. It's not easy to sleep on a bus, so you don't get a lot of sleep. Right on the ice, morning skate. We have our meal, we get back to our hotel, a little 2-hour nap, and then back to the game. It's a grind. Management side of things. 3 years ago, when I first got exposed to pro hockey with the Columbus River Dragons in the Fed, hey, we're going to sign you. Now, a word from our sponsors. I'm going to talk to you about an outstanding betting app that has just arrived in the market. Yes or no, this app is incredibly easy to use and aims at becoming the worldwide leader thanks to its unique interface and its easy gameplay. To sum it up, it's essentially a mix between Netflix, Tinder, and Twitter. You can play by just selecting yes or no, and the bets are on a various number of topics at the moment. It's obviously more about the World Cup of Soccer, but you can also place bets on world news, life of celebrities, the weather, and more. For example, will Sweden score in the first 10 minutes of today's soccer game? Yes or no. Will it rain this afternoon in downtown Gothenburg, also my favorite city in the world? Yes or no. And now this is really what I wanted to talk to you about today. They're organizing a World Cup of betting that will start on December 7th with a Squid Game approach. Everyone will place a bet from $5 to $1,000 US, and then 6 rounds will take place. At each round, a player who's have the wrong answers will be eliminated, and the players with the right answers will be qualified into the next round. Last man standing will share the amount played by all the players, and yes or no will add an additional $50,000 US. And one last thing, you cannot play in all countries because of legislation, so if you're lucky enough, check out the link in the video description to download the Yes or No app today and have fun. Now, back to the video. Now, that $125 a week, we get paid by check. There was a period where we got paid every week, and then it went to every 2 weeks, and now we're back to every single week. So the team tells the league to write the players a check. The check is for X amount of dollars. The league then mails the check back to the team, which then gives it to the players. I know it sounds like a long process, but that's how we get paid. Now, like I said before, I'm Canadian, so I do not have a bank account here, and the league banks with a pretty unique bank off in New York, so I can't deposit any of the checks on my phone, and none of the local banks will cash any of my checks, so I'm currently sitting on a lot of checks and planning to cash them at Christmas time. If you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button because I do new videos just like this every single Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern. If you want more life in the Fed, more dirt of minor pro hockey, or just the dirt in the Fed in general, check out my podcast, Swing on the Biscuit. I do a new episode every Sunday. It's a 45-minute podcast with Winnipeg Raider legend Dave Wheeler. You're going to love it. There's a link in the video description. It's on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video next Sunday.